Welcome back to State of Decay 2 and the Commune. In the last episode, I was surprisingly successful at taking out a series of plague hearts. There's at least one still over here someplace in an unmarked location. I do think that you'll notice that there aren't building footprints underneath these houses that are under construction. I'm pretty sure that this map here that you're looking at, this wasn't drawn by an artist. This was actually, we procedurally generate this map from the layout of the world. We've got special markup on our roads that sort of tell us where the roads are so that like zombies will follow the roads, that sort of thing. And, we've got, we know where the water planes are. We know like all of these things. And so we actually construct this map procedurally from the actual locations on the map. And so most buildings have got something in them that tells the map generator the shape of the building. So we can generate these little building footprints that are on the ground. But I'm pretty sure that whatever that is, the under construction houses don't have it. I think it might be a building volume that sort of determines the shape of these footprints. And so because these don't really have proper buildings, they just have the skeleton of a building. They're a site, but they don't really have a functional building on them. They don't have whatever it is that makes the footprints on the map appear. And so that's why there's probably something up here on this end of the neighborhood, or maybe up here on this end of the neighborhood, that's creating this bubble of redness, by having a plague heart on it. But we can't see where that empty building is because it's not a proper building. Okay, so before we go and fight more plague hearts, La Coalición is sending me on a mission to go and find a couple of weapons crates. So he's saying that there's one on the river east of my base. By east, do you mean west? I know you often have the directions flipped. So if you mean the river west of my base, you're saying I should follow it up and there's like a cave or something? Okay, we can do that. And then you say the second one is on the west of the barn that's to the south of my base. You mean like this barn? It's west of this barn? Or did you mean east of the barn? We'll have to figure that out. For the sake of quickness, I'm going to try to do this in my car. I'm not actually sure if it's a good idea to drop down into the river right here in my car. But let's see what it looks like. I haven't actually explored this too much. Problematic. But we're doing it anyway. Oh my gosh. Okay, good. Good. Oh, I'm hearing a bad guy. He's running at me. But he probably can't find me. Because I'm in a weird place. So you said all the way at the end of the river is what I'm looking for? Is it all the way up here? I mean, there is a waterfall here. And, traditionally, video games require treasures in waterfalls. I don't want to get stuck. Is this where I should be? Or should I be going somewhere else? It says on my right. On my right. Okay, right's going to be tough. Because I could be facing any direction at the time you typed that. But maybe you mean on my right when I'm just facing up the river, like it's over this direction? Ah! Oh, holy crap. I didn't even see this was here. All right. Yes, this is pretty cool. All right, cool. I literally had no idea this was here. It's not behind the waterfall, but I guess it still counts. Okay, we got some of that. Wasn't what I was hoping for from that particular case, but whatever. And some snacks. Okay, and now I'm out of space. Let's go back to the... I guess, you know what, I should probably, rather than this silenced revolver, I should probably go grab myself a proper pistol so that I can be earning progress on this bounty that I've got. I love that this car is still totally drivable and has actually got nothing wrong with it, even though it's like deep in the water. I guess, yeah, let's drop this. And just the stuff I'm not immediately going to use. And then we'll pick up everything else that's here. We'll head back home. And then go for the other hidden location. Oh, I can probably sell that. Alright. So yeah, this is a neat place. Might have to come back here later to grab a screenshot for the thumbnail. Alright, let's head back down the river, back to the base. I'm not actually sure the best place to get out now. Actually, you know what the best place to get out probably is? Over by the barn, where I want to go anyway. So let's just go over here, under the bridge. Whoops. Intended to dodge all of them, but whatever. Oh, Farrell's after me now. Might actually be able to nab to me now. So let's go over this way. So you said west of it. Is it up on... Did you say it was up on the hill? Is it like up on the mountain? Like, do I need to climb like this? Like switch back my way up here? Oh, what is this? Is this it? It looks like it. Nice. Okay, well, let's hope. First of all, let's... Oh, got Shaggy Jack. Hey there, Shaggy Jack. How you doing? All right. Actually, maybe that Shaggy Jack should be my thumbnail.
Maybe there's a use for this.
All right, just some bullets. Fine, whatever. At least they're the bullets I need. And a note I don't care about? Cool. Well, now I know where these are for the future at the very least. So, let's head back home. And then let's drop off the stuff we don't need and then gear up to go and kill some more plague hearts. Yeah, we should probably call this video, like, I don't know, Secrets of Providence Ridge or Secrets of Rusty Rosie's or something like that. Oop, wait a minute, what's going on? Get off. Get away. Not what I meant. I tried to switch weapons at the last minute. You know what? Not gonna work. Oh, now more people are coming after me. Not interested. This is not what I'm here to do. Hey, everybody, come help. Where are you, Farrell? I'm right here. I don't know why the Farrell didn't come after me. Just wanted to fight my friend, I guess? Okay. I'll let other people deal with this nonsense. Let's drop off my revolver. Drop off other things I don't quite need. I guess I'll keep a stack of... I'm going to be getting a bunch of plague samples anyway. I'll keep a stack of the plague samples.
Creeps are here. We need some help.
You hear that?
Okay. Echo... Yes, this Echo pistol. This is probably what I want. Because it's still silent, right? But it counts as a pistol, so I can make progress on the bounty. Oh, wait. No. I didn't mean to salvage that. I meant to unload it. I just want to grab as much 45 as I can get. There we go. So this way, I can still incidentally shoot zombies with my pistol. Get credit for it. And, oh wait, the other thing I was going to do? Let's make ourselves, using our fancy-dancy biochem station, let's make us some more bloater cloud grenades. Those were great. So I've got 4. Right now I've got 4, whatever these are. 4 of these suckers, 4 fuel bombs. If I also grab 4 bloater cloud grenades, I can use those to destroy plague hearts highly effectively. Though I think I actually would prefer to use a less powerful... I can't just make a flare, I don't think, but I'd love to use a less powerful explosive. A less valuable explosive to set it off. So let's grab some Molotovs. This is a lot of stuff. Yeah, I think we're good. Oh, and last thing, my character's very tired. Let's have a shot of espresso. And let's use some cheap consumables to fill up my health. Oh, Bellator says that they think that firecrackers will also set off the gas. That's a good point. That probably would have been the cheapest way. I mean, I think I'm good for right now, but I'll remember that for the future. That's a really, really good point. La Coalición says that revolver that I just dropped belongs to Guillermo. Sure it does. All right, so we're going to head back this way. No, we're just going to smash right into an electrical transformer, because why not? We're going to head back this way. And actually, while we're on the way, we should stop by the bounty broker, because I've got 2 completed bounties. And I should get some more. So before we go all the way over there, let's head down this way. Where's the bounty broker? Okay, good. I am headed in the right direction still. I wasn't sure I remembered exactly where he was. It's right here, next to the lake.
Do come in. Greetings. I'm sure one of these bounties is right for you.
So yeah, let's get this. And, ooh, we've got some dynamite. And of course we have a zombie. Oh, and a damaged weapon, really? Not what I needed right now. Oh, I got a bunch of stuff I need to drop off. Okay, so we're gonna have to drop some stuff off real quick. But let's pick some new bounties first. So I can get another copy of this skillet if I want it. Armored Zeds with heavy weapons. I am ready to do that. Screamers with rifles. Bloaters with revolvers. Juggernauts with shotguns. Okay, we've got a couple of revolver ones. I just barely gave up my revolver, so I don't know. Let's do screamers with rifles and just whatever. We'll deal with that later. Okay, so now where's my nearest? My nearest outpost is down here. So yeah, I don't want to go after this thing with a go after a plague heart with a busted heavy weapon. So we're gonna go and clean this sucker up. Then we'll go after the plague heart. So Cogs points out the State of Decay 3 needs to have a place to park so that streamers can stop and read chat. I agree. I mean, I'm not making any specific promises about State of Decay 3 in particular, but I think that one of the downsides of State of Decay 2 is that rather than sort of carving out dangerous places and safe spaces all over the map and giving you lots of opportunities to get yourself into a safe position so that you could do things like read chat and take breaks and that sort of thing, we basically thinly spread zombies all over the entire map, which means that anywhere you go, there's a decent chance you're going to have to deal with a zombie. And I think that was a mistake. I think we could have done a better job than that. But we didn't... It's one of those things where it's like you don't really realize it's a serious problem until you see it in action, and then it seems obvious once you see it. But before then... You know what? I'm actually going to drop the C4. Am I? No, I'm not going to. Whatever. Yeah, it's really easy to be like, oh yeah, this is what we need. We want, zombies spawning everywhere. You're never safe. That sounds really good until you actually play it. And then you're like, oh, well, maybe it would be nice to have a break once in a while. So, I mean, certainly if people want to opt into a world that is completely overrun by zombies at all times, we should give them that power. But by default, I would probably be happier with the game too if there were more places where I could just stop and feel secure so that I could, glance over at chat without feeling like I'm about to hit a bloater or get grabbed from behind by a plague zombie. So Obi-Wan Jacoby is asking that when we, whatever we do with State of Decay 3, is asking that fighting animals not be required. Wait, what am I doing? Okay, good. For a second I thought I would put the marker in the wrong place, but I didn't. That is an interesting thing to me, that
I better keep an eye out.
when we put fighting humans into our game, because State of Decay 1, what the,
They're inside the building.
what? I hate these. I hate these incidental missions that have got mission critical areas in them. That's absolute garbage. We should not do that. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the bloater gas grenade again this time. So yeah, I'm just gonna let that mission die because that mission deserves it.
Now we can start clearing this area for real.
Whew! All right. More meds, that's good. Ooh, civilian vector carbine. Looks suppressed, is not suppressed. I'll get another one of these, though. That's nice. Grab some of this. Ooh, I like the shriek knife better than the police knife. Let's grab the shriek knife. I will come back for the vector. At some point, we'll have to just do a scavenging all my plague husks mission. Okay, it seems like there's not another plague guard up here. There actually could be one hanging out up here, only affecting the nearby houses. I think it would probably get this, though, if it was there, or it would get this. So, I mean, maybe if there's a plague guard right here, it might not show up on any of the sites I've scouted. Oh, now that I've said that, now I have to check. Okay, let's drive up there. If there's no plague heart up there, then I think there's no plague heart in that entire neighborhood. And then, you know what we'll do? We'll verify one way or another, and then I guess we'll head... Where do we want to head? Guess we'll head down there. Drop some stuff off and then go after that plague heart. No, 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 no. Get off my car. I don't even care enough about you to kill you, zombie. Yeah, apologies again for the fact that I miss so much chat. And you're right, Cog, sometimes I do stop off at base, which would be an opportunity for me to check chat, and I forget to. And the problem is, because there's like these little tiny windows where I could remember to do it, if I forget during that tiny window, I mean, I've missed my chance. I can't just easily change it up and do it again. But, well, let's see what happens when I come over here. Get off my door. All right, here we go. We'll come up here. We'll stop the car so that my scouting range goes up. This doesn't feel very plague hardy, though. Nope, not plague hardy.
Someone's missing. We need you to help find them.
All right, so then let's head down here, which is a nice long-ass drive. So let me see if I can glance at the chat and catch some stuff I missed before. Oh, sorry, I got distracted. I started talking about animals. So in State of Decay 1, you couldn't even fight humans. You could only fight zombies. In State of Decay 2, we decided to let you fight humans. And people were like, yeah, that's fine. I mean, a couple of people were like, oh, I'm nervous about it, but it is such an important part of the zombie apocalypse, like, genre. The idea that, you know, that the real monsters are the human beings. Like, that it felt like we were kind of doing an incomplete representation of the medium, you know, or whatever, or of the genre, if we didn't at least put some nod to human-on-human conflict. And so we included that, but then there were people who said, but I draw the line at animals. We can't put dogs in the game, because if we put dogs in the game, they have to fight zombies, they have to die, everything dies in this game, so don't put dogs in the game because dogs will die. And I was like, do you remember that we just put murdering human beings into this game and you were fine with it? And they're like, yep, but we can't murder dogs. And I'm like, personally, as not a dog person, I don't understand. I accept that this is how some people feel, that this is actually how a lot of people feel. It's a very common attitude for people to have, that, yeah, they will murder humans all day, but dogs are sacrosanct. But I also, like, while accepting it, I have to say that I don't understand it. Like, there's no scenario where I feel okay killing a human, but do not feel okay killing a dog. It feels like the dog is a less serious concern. Still, you know, if it's a good dog, you know, you'll feel sad about it and everything, but it's like, but if you're already in playing a game where humans just die like crazy, it doesn't feel like the dog is worse to me. But I understand that I am, you know, one type of human, and there are other types of humans who feel differently about it, which is okay, and I can accept that. You know, a lot of game design is about imagining somebody else's experience, not your own, and building a game around what they need to experience, what they're looking for, not what I look for. So, yeah, so I think that we are gonna probably keep. We have people who feel like you on the team, and so I can't make you, again, as always, I can't make any specific promises about what is or is not going to happen in State of Decay 3. But I can tell you that there are people who feel like you on the team, and we're probably going to need to represent that point of view, you know, and think about, you know, ways to play this game that don't require you to do things that would be, you know, that feel completely anathema to you. Or at the very least, if we feel like we need to, for whatever reason, maybe we'll need to just sort of make sure that you know about it in advance so that you're not going into it blind. I think that might be a reasonable approach. All right, yeah, so let me drop off some of this stuff. So drop this off. I don't need an extra one of these. I don't need this. Everything else here feels important. So now my goal is to take out that plague heart right there. Man, it's weird. I've been avoiding these plague hearts for a while because they were so intimidating. Coalición, I genuinely did not realize what a game changer the bloater gas grenades were going to be. They've really made me a lot more confident in my ability to pull off these plague heart fights. And now I can kind of, you know, see why people who play in the lethal zone look at Nightmare and are a little bit like, oh, whatever, it's no big deal. And they think of it as being, you know, not that hard. Because, I mean, in lethal, this would still be hard because all the zombies would still be there after you kill the plague heart. But here in Nightmare, where the zombies go away after you kill the plague heart, the fact that we can take the plague heart down so quickly does just make it not a big deal. As long as I can deal with the one feral that always shows up, I'm kind of fine. And I've got a character with aim snap, so yeah, I can deal with the feral. But yeah, if this was in lethal zone, the zombies weren't dying, and it was a plague feral coming after me, that would be a very different story. I do not think I'm ready for that kind of nonsense. Did he say it feels like a hotel died in here? I don't think that's what he said. There it is. Hello. Get off me! Stop it! Oh gosh. No! No! Don't go there! That's not what I wanted the character to do. Trying. Oh man, this guy's got freaking Secret Service agents. By which I mean that feral had zombies jumping in front of it to save its life. Okay, we got it. We got it. Now. Stop! No! What? What happened? Did I throw the bloater gas grenade too close? Did I get hit by it? Was I just getting hit by too many zombies around me? I didn't catch on because I was so focused on throwing? Oh, thanks, Hikari. Yeah. No on my says I was too close. All right. All right. I liked Elijah. I dressed him in this shark hoodie because I liked him. I'm pretty sad now. Okay, so I think I'm still gonna call this video like Secrets of Providence Ridge. Normally when somebody's gonna die, I make the video title and thumbnail all about their death. I think I'm gonna sneak this one in. I think I'm gonna let this one be a surprise for the YouTube people. Hey there, Scott Landon. Yeah, you did join at a great time. Okay, so I forgot what skills Elijah had. What did we just lose? What can we not do now? Because we don't have Elijah anymore. I mean, I definitely need to loot this body. Because he had some good stuff. And we need to continue his mission. Let's at least reload my shotgun here.
Down to the last magazine here.
And I've got a suppressor on this. Okay, I think we got the bare minimum here. Actually, I'm gonna drop this too, because I'm gonna pick stuff up from the dead body. I'm sad. And here's the problem. He had a nice car too. I don't want to just take some. I don't want to take another car down there. I'm gonna have to go all the way down there on foot to pick up his stuff in his car and continue his mission where he left off. Car doesn't have a lot of fuel. I'm gonna need to grab some fuel. All right. Let's switch my gun up. Something is growling out here. Oh! I'm angry. I'm angry that my friend is dead. But I think I'm going to wait until the next episode. The next episode is my mission, Guillermo's mission, to go and find Elijah's dead body and continue where Elijah left off. Oh, thanks for saving a clip there, Radith Court. That's really helpful. Let me try to catch up a little bit with the chat before we wrap up this episode. So Struggling Forecast asks, this game initially launched 15 or 18 months into the apocalypse. Was there a time jump to include the Blood Plague Freaks, or were they always there? Like how Heartland is a flashback and all the Blood Freaks are present in Heartland a year after the initial incident. So that's a good question. So yeah, so there's a lot of different ways we could justify the fact that it took some time for the Plague Freaks to show up. That they didn't exist in the core game at all. They were created for Heartland, and then the first one was created for Daybreak. The Blood Plague Juggernaut showed up in Daybreak, and then the rest of them were created for Heartland. And then it was I think it was the Lethal Zone update where we added all of them back into the core game. So it took some time for them to get into the core game. And so I guess Struggling Forecast is asking, like, in our minds, are we trying to say that the Blood Plague Freaks were always there and the player just didn't happen to see them until later on, after future updates? Are we kind of retconning them in to the entire story? Or are we saying they actually did slowly show up over time? I don't think we ever formally said, so I don't think any answer I give would actually be the official answer. I can tell you what I think about it, which is, I like the idea of our game evolving over time and that actually representing genuine evolutions in the timeline. Like, I like the idea, that Heartland does take place before the core game. And I like the idea that, Heartland might very well have represented like an incubation space for some of these advanced freaks, these like blood plague freaks, that maybe that was the first place anyone encountered those freaks. But then over time, they spread out from there and it made it to other parts of the frontier. And so basically you could sort of imagine that yeah, like, you know, when you first started playing the game, you were playing the game, when the game was first released, in a part of the world that was far away from Trumbull Valley, where these blood plague freaks had not come yet. But then after, you know, some time passed, they did, you know, sort of that kind of the meme of these zombies or whatever, the idea of this particular mutation of zombies spread through the blood plague and got to the place where you are. I like that explanation the best. So that's what, you know, if anyone ever asks me to be in charge of writing the official explanation of what happens, that's what I would do. But I don't think we've actually formally said that. So if you want to imagine another way, we're not contradicting you if you like imagining that they should just be retconned into the entire story. Struggling Forecast asks, when were Plague Hearts officially introduced in the State of Decay lore? They came out with State of Decay 2. They were there on ship. We actually added them into the game, though, fairly late in the process. Like, we had been developing the game we had gone through well over half the development of the game before we added the Plague Hearts. Because we basically kind of realized there wasn't really enough interesting stuff to do to play the map, to care about the geography, to care, you know, one place is more dangerous than another, or to see your own progress. Like, because so many, because if you didn't have the Plague Hearts, then all you have is the missions. The missions are fairly randomly generated. You can't really sort of target a particular mission and decide to accomplish it. Self-directed play wasn't very rewarding because so much was dependent on what missions happened to randomly roll. And we noticed that problem before release, and we're like, we need something else. We need there to be a goal, a clear, tangible, player-driven goal on the map that you can identify, go after, and accomplish that doesn't have anything to do with the randomness of missions. And so that's why we added the Plague Hearts. And it made a lot of sense. We already had Blood Plague in the game. That as a concept already existed in the game, but we didn't have the Hearts. But the Hearts opened up like a whole different way to approach the game, which actually kind of, for a lot of people, especially like speedrunners and stuff, the Hearts are the game for a lot of folks. And so it's kind of fun to realize that came in kind of late, but turned out to be such a central part that a lot of what we're doing now, like the revision to infestations and stuff like that, are all built around the idea of these Hearts. And we think of them now as being like, you know, you have a base and you take a bunch of outposts and stuff like that. That's how you spread your influence across the map. We think of the enemy spreading their influence across the map through Plague Hearts and infestations. Now, Plague Hearts being kind of like bases, infestations being kind of like outposts. And so now it feels a little bit like an even-handed competitive game between you and an AI, rather than feeling like you're just in an open world game like any other open world game and you just own the whole map and whatever. I think it's a more satisfying experience. But as far as when it was added into the lore, it showed up with State of Decay 2. There was nothing about Plague Hearts even hinted in State of Decay 1. We were long done with State of Decay 1 before we even had the idea. But as far as like, if you're asking where they appear on the timeline, like when we imagine the first Plague Heart showed up, I have no idea. We haven't really said exactly like how many months in they first showed up, or whether they were there at the very beginning but very rare, or like we don't know. I don't think we've said anything about that. So Obi-Wan Jacoby is saying that they would love to have an even higher difficulty level. See, the problem with higher difficulty levels is people always master them, you know, and then they want more. And so I think that, you know, what we probably need is some other way to enhance difficulty that doesn't just... Because, you know, if you start a brand new game and there's 10 levels of difficulty, that's just, like, intimidating. Like, you're like, oh, maybe I won't play this after all. And so, like, 5 feels like a nice upper limit. And it's funny, like, you know, when we made Breakdown... originally, it only had 11 levels. Actually, I think our first iteration that wasn't released, it might have even only had like 5 or something. But it had 11 levels, and then eventually we had to add 99. We had to raise the number to 99 because players bastarded the level 11. Like we tuned level 11 to be unplayable by us, and players actually needed 88 more levels. So. Yeah, it's like just adding more difficulty levels is just foolhardy. People will always master them, will always want more. You got to find some other thing to do, I think. Oh, La Coalición is suggesting that because I got one of the soldiers in the military enclave killed, I might actually be able to recruit them to replace Elijah. It's an interesting idea. I'm not sure what skills I need, but that might be worth investigating. First things first, though, is I've got to go and get Elijah's dead body. Have I wrapped this episode yet? I don't think I have. I should. Hi. There's a subscribe button for YouTube people. Here's a link to the next video. I'm going to make it right now. We're going to keep talking, and I'm going to go get Elijah's dead body, and it's going to be great.